0 hours and 49 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, well, so we go to check in for a live load, and it's not really a live load. It's a preloaded trailer, and it's not ready yet. So, since I asked several times, and I was told several times it was a live load, I went in there without reefer fuel. Well, with half a tank instead of 3/4. So, we have to go get fuel at the truck stop. We have 48 minutes or whatever before we run out of our 14 hours. But, it's alright, since the trailer's going to be preloaded, we'll just pick it up in the morning. So, in a way it's okay, in a way it's a pain in the butt. Because if they told me it was preloaded, I could have made time to fill the reefer up. And I guess, even after 11 years, I still haven't learned, don't trust anybody. So now we have to go 30 miles one way to get fuel. Ah, wonderful. So we'll go to the truck stop and get fuel and spend the night there. I don't think there's a truck stop between here and there. Oh well, maybe you like the little adventure. And that skinny little road with all the roller coaster turns on it. Hey, there's an Aldi. We need to go shopping at Aldi's. They have a big lot. So you guys got a little surprise bonus broadcast. why I say trucking is a fluid industry. You never know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. But the good thing is, we'll be able to get to a truck stop before we run out of hours, so we won't get a violation. And when we come up in the morning, we know our load will be ready. We can just come back up here, pick it up, and run back down south. And the good thing is, even better, it's a drop down at the delivery, which means I get to drop it as soon as I get there. So enjoy the little ride, probably down to Boonville, I reckon. But being preloaded and being able to get to the truck stop before we run out of time, alright, that's no big deal, that's great. Now the good thing is too, I found out today, the road crew shirts will be ready for pickup on Saturday afternoon. Monday morning I should be in Denver. I'm going to take a couple days off. I am going to drive up to the printers and pick up the shirts myself, take them back to the hotel room, my little rent-a-car, and mail everything out to you guys, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. And in the spare time, I'm going to relax and maybe go find things to take pictures of and whatever else. I hadn't done that for a while. I need to. I need to do something to relax my mind.
question is there going to be parking at the truck stops? When we get down there, that's the other problem.
we'll pull in just on time. the baby truck stop right there.
I guess we could do a U-turn there. And it's still 15 miles to love.
to reach a regular truck stop before there's even a way to turn around. So when we get to the truck stop, if you want, we'll spend a couple minutes chatting with you guys. We hadn't done that for a while.
remaining drive time.
Parking when we get there. so we get a Pilot and a Loves. Let's see. You know we'll be getting fuel, reefer fuel tomorrow from this Loves. And then we got Pilot Coffee across the street. And I can't see how parking is over at the Loves because there's a hill in my way. I don't know if I should try the Loves or the Pilot, because we ain't got too much. Here, let's try the Pilot. Because this is a bigger Pilot, we stand a chance of making our own spot better than a Loves. So, see what we can do here. See all the pay spots are open, but I don't want the pay spots. Well, easy does it. Voila! Okay. So we stopped with 5 minutes left on the clock. All right, I mean, stand by. We'll do a live chat here in a second. Stand by. Stop the clock.
Home. Messaging. Home. Messaging.
Okay, so, all right, how you guys doing? Nancy, Neff, John, Isaac, Mountain Man, Anthony, how you guys doing? Spooks. How you guys doing? All right. David. All y'all. Alright, so we ain't done a chat for a while. Do I have a next trip after this? No, not yet. So anybody got any questions or concerns or anything like that that you guys might have? Explain drive time to me. You gotta give me a little bit more of an answer or a question, I guess. Can I get a fine if I drive a bus? Oh, wait, we're rolling too fast. Can I get a fine if I drive a bus that has all the idiot lights flashing all the time, all at once? No speedometer. Well, yeah. First off, what are we talking about? Are we talking about a school bus, a church bus, a passenger city bus, or what? So first, let me know that. Beth, how you doing? Howdy, Sparks. Will my company let you log 15 minutes? Let you log loading for 15 minutes so you don't have to burn up all your hours. Legally, if you're doing work, you're supposed to be on duty. Legally, if you're sitting in a dock door, even if you're sitting in your truck, legally you're supposed to be on duty. However, can you imagine if I used 5 hours of on-duty time just sitting there? So, yeah, you could get away with it and nobody ever questions it. So, you know how that goes. Party bus. You drive a party bus. What the heck is a party bus? Party bus, party bus. I don't know what you mean by party bus. Local limo company and have 50 passengers. Okay, so you have to have a commercial passenger or commercial license with a passenger endorsement, correct? I'm glad you guys like all the videos. I appreciate that. Howdy, Edgar. Let's see, where are we on the 70? We've got 7 hours and 29 minutes left. So, James, do you have a CDL license with a passenger endorsement? You have that. All right. Here's the deal. You're illegal. That would be out of service if DOT inspects. Chances of DOT inspecting a limo is like extremely rare. But here's the deal. If you get into an accident, whether or not it's your fault, and they go investigate and check out the roadworthiness of your limo, and they see that it has no speedometer and all of this other stuff, guess who's in trouble? You can't be driving it without no speedometer. Because you have to do a pre-inspection on that limo, correct? Check the oil, check the tires, brakes, and whatever else before you carry passengers, right? So, you must make sure everything works on your limo. If the limo does not have good idiot lights, the dash lights are flashing, you have no speedometer and all that stuff, nope, don't drive it. You do not drive that. Could you? Yeah. Will you get caught? Probably not. But all it takes is one accident or one passenger happen to look and see the speedometer not working right and then accuse you of speeding or anything. You don't want to open up that door, because that would be a massive amount of legal problems, DOT problems, all this other stuff. So you need to get that fixed. If the company will not fix it, you do not drive it, because in the end, it doesn't matter who said what or who said they would fix something or whatever. You got into a vehicle that you knew was not functioning properly, and you decided to drive it. When you drive your vehicle, when I get in this truck, it is my responsibility for everything. If something is not working right, tires, whatever the case may be, I have the right to say no. It's not roadworthy. It doesn't fit within the DOT guidelines. So I don't drive it. If they make you drive it, you can say no, because the company is not going to, have your back. They're going to say, well, we didn't know, or whatever, or they're going to put the blame right where it belongs. He drove it even though he knew it was wrong. Don't open yourself to that. So I think I answered the question. All right, so what else? Who wants to know what else? What's the 7 hours for? Somebody asked me how many hours I have left on my 70. That's what that was for. Have I had a tire blown out? Yes, a couple times. Have I ever driven a triple trailer? No. Have I been to the underground warehouse in Springfield? Nah, not for a couple months. Will the company let you log loading 15 minutes? I thought I already answered that. Yes, Deborah, there's a lot of not fun issues with truck driving. Who fixes the tractor if it breaks down on the road? Because it's a company vehicle, I call the company and then they come fix it. They usually hire emergency road service or whatever. Do I prefer long trips or short ones? Long ones. Because I actually get a few days of actual drive time in without having to worry about trailer washes and loading times and deliveries and all that big hassle. Truck stops have good food. Some do, some don't. Most don't. How much are the t-shirts? Oh, they were like $23 to $38 or something like that, depending on which ones you got. I will be selling the extras, so... Have I ever done a double? No, I have not. I am licensed for tanker, doubles, triples. I'm licensed for everything except a passenger bus. Am I driving a drone, flying a drone? Nah. Glad you like St. Louis. We took that just for you. What else? You are more than welcome to keep me company, like you guys always do. Can I leave the truck at a truck stop and go somewhere? Yeah. I can leave the truck and go somewhere. In fact, sometimes I take, park the truck and get on the Segway and ride the Segway down the street to a better restaurant. Do I come through Colorado much? Now and then. We'll be in Denver next week. I know that. Enjoy my coffee. Yes, we get Pilot coffee in the morning. Ain't that gonna be a good thing? There's not really parking for the doubles or triples. Normally they park on the side or something like that. Greensburg, Kansas. Ah, you were watching, huh? Yes, that was quite the shock. We arrived at that town on a stormy night in the pitch black, and I knew the town was there, but all of a sudden there were no lights, no poles, not even any buildings. And instead, the road was literally cluttered with bricks. And I thought, man, a tornado just ran through here. And I looked off in the distance, and I could see people walking around with flashlights. But the problem is, there used to be a downtown there, and there was nothing. I mean, Greensburg took a direct, absolute hit. I found out it happened about an hour or so before we got there. Which means, had we been running on time and gone faster, we would have been in the middle of that. Would I have to have that video? What are you talking about? Of Greensburg? What time is it right now where I'm at? Look at the website. Website gives you the local time and everything. But it is 8:15 p.m. Website's got a speedometer, map, altimeter, local weather, local time, all that stuff. Make sure you guys do that. What's some of the most memorable sites, places that I have experienced? Wow, there's so many of them. Wow, I don't know. Montana, all that stuff. When I happen to have that video, I guess you're talking about Greensburg, and no, I wouldn't, because we went through there at night, and at that time we were broadcasting on Ustream with older cameras, and you couldn't see when I drove at night. Good, I'm glad you like the website. It's about to change here next week or so. Yes, I do remember the video of that car out in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I do remember that. Would I ever think of adding to the website an indicator that I have the next trip in line? I'm going to say no, because how many times have I said we had a trip, but then it got screwed up and we didn't get the trip? I think that would just confuse everybody. Plus, every time I turned around, I'd have to change it. I have enough trouble remembering to change our current status, you know, whether we're loading or unloading or on time or whatever. That'd just be one more thing that constantly changes. So, nah. Yes, there are quite a few truckers that I see that are texting on their phone. I don't know why they want to do that, but I see quite a few of them. And the scary part is when we're in construction, you know, say construction zone or whatever, and we're on the other side of the road, so we're both, you know, both sharing the same side of the highway. So you're basically coming head on at each other, both of you going 55, 60, 65 or so. So you get a real good look at the driver as he's coming close to you. And so many I see farting around playing with stuff, you know, especially the phone. One guy was reading a little paperback book. And I'm thinking, dude, we're passing each other at 65 miles an hour, probably 5 feet away from each other, and you're reading a dang book. So that's, yeah, that always scares me. Do I ever cook meals? Heat up cans of soup, make sandwiches, whatever, every now and then. Why do you have to put the hazards on when you're parking? Well, you don't have to, but you know, when you are driving and then you're about to back up, if you put your hazard lights on, it lets the people behind you know, hey, I'm about to back up. That way nobody tries to go around them, nobody tries to get so close to them. They actually let them have the room and the time to back up. That's just something that's courteous to each other. So well, am I flying or driving? I'm driving. Driving to Colorado. What kind of phone do I have for broadcasting? I use twin Galaxy Note 5s. What kind of drone do I have? I have the Mavic Pro. American Truck Simulator. Yeah, a lot of people think when they're watching a live feed that they're actually watching a dang game. Favorite state to drive in? Northern California, Montana, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Florida. They're all nice. They are all nice. So I don't know, that's always a hard question to answer. Thought your trip was headed to Arkansas. Yes, we are going to Arkansas. After we do our trailer swap tomorrow morning, we will be headed to Arkansas. Anthony says, I have the game, keyword game, American Truck Simulator, and I get to drive real trucks and do real things. How can you do real trucks and real things in a game? That's funny. How come you do not have like a 1080 or 4K opinion on YouTube best? It has 720. Because the apps on the phone, the most you can get is 720. In addition, I am broadcasting live, which means I use cell towers. And in a lot of the rural areas, we have a hard time getting out any kind of signal, even on, 720. Anybody who's watched knows that we buffer in those. And in some areas, we can't even spit out any video. So if you do 1080 or 4K, you would never see anything. You would have to have a direct uplink to the satellite to be able to broadcast like that. I like the automatic better. I didn't think I would. But I like it because you can put it in manual still. Do I do any hiking or backpacking as part of my photography? I used to do that a whole lot. If you go to the website, click on photos, you'll have more than 50,000 photographs to choose from. So yeah, I stop at rest areas and all this other stuff. When I first started trucking years ago, we had more time for me to play around and do things and explore. Now they make the trip so dang tight. Once you pick up at the shipper and all this other stuff, you basically have to hit the road and then make the delivery as soon as you get there. So it is a lot harder to get out and play now than it used to be. But yes, if I do have a chance, I will get out and go investigate. Have I ever lost the Segway or the drone? Have I ever lost them accidentally? Well, I still have them, so obviously I didn't lose them for very long. Except for one time, I did find a note written by the Segway. The Segway left me a note in the truck and it said that it was abducted by the drone, or kidnapped by the drone. But I guess they were playing games because they both came back. Mountain Man's already going to say goodnight to us. I appreciate you too, William Robinson. Day after day. Yes, it's a 24-hour-a-day, everyday thing. Do I have special papers to haul a tanker? Well, if you're carrying hazardous materials, yes, you will. Well, good deal, Sid. Hey, Steve. Hey, Robert. Hey, Maria. How you doing? Figured we'd do a chat real quick for you guys. Deborah Townsley, I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. Are we getting close to the 34-hour restart? Well, let me look. We have... We have 7 hours 15 minutes left. We gain we gain 1 hour tomorrow. Wow. 7, 8, that's 400 miles. Wow, we're going to be shut down at delivery for the night. Yeeks. And then we gain 12 hours. So I don't know, we may, I don't know. It's hard to say. We're cutting it awful close. When I first started out, did I have problems backing up like that guy? Everybody's got trouble when they first start. So, I don't know. I won't tell you now, but remind me one day to tell you the story of the very first shipper that I ever went to. The very first shipper that I went to when I was all by myself. No, the first delivery, I don't know. First or second, I can't remember. I'll tell you about that one day. Have I delivered to Arkansas before? Many times. We've picked up and delivered in Arkansas a couple times. Have I been to the UP of Michigan? Yes. Am I doing okay health-wise? I'm doing all right. Not perfect, but we're hanging in there. Yes, I did used to work on airplanes quite a bit. I did a lot of avionics on personal and corporate wide-body jets, all the way, everything from a King and Queen Air to a little Piper to a Bell helicopter to a 747 SP, and anything in between. It is by law, you have to have tire chains with you. Whether you use them or not is up to you. But if it's bad enough that I have to be chained up, it's too bad for me to dang drive. And it's not that I'm worried about my driving, but I'm worried about if it's that slick, that bad, that I need chains to keep me on the ground, then that means these cars running around, flying, and other trucks are gonna, run into me. So if it's bad enough that I need chains, I call them parking chains, because I'm not gonna put them on. So do I have an A&P license? No, because you didn't need one. At the Chevron at the Ellsbury Interstate 35 area. I don't know, I'm sure. I'm sure I've been by there. Do I ever get to Rhode Island? Yeah, a couple times. Ain't been quite a while, but I have been. Do you set up your wife's website and live stream? Yes, I've done that. Done that all on my own, although I do have somebody helping me with the other site. Only because I don't have all the time that I used to. Well, thank you, Split Second. I appreciate that. Ever driven a cab over? No. Well, yes. Can the reefer warm the trailer? Well, yeah. Even though everybody calls it a reefer because normally we haul food at -10 degrees or 25 degrees or whatever, it really is a temperature controlled trailer. Meaning when we carry water or alcohol or anything, plants or anything like that, produce, anything that you do not want frozen, and we're driving across Montana in -10 degrees, you don't want it frozen. So it's a temperature control unit. Yes, I do love the driving job. What happened in Kansas City that took so long? Well, we made our delivery this morning, and I needed to get my 2018 fuel tax sticker and my new insurance card, my new York highway use tax card for 2018. So we stopped at the terminal to get that. So, ever delivered beer before? Yes. How long do you have to stay at this truck stop for? Until I wake up in the morning. Do I see many female drivers these days? Not a lot, but there are a few. Am I done driving for the night? Yes, I am. We've got no time left. Well, I'm glad you like the website, William. I wish more people would look at it. Instead of always asking in the chat, where is he? How fast is he going? All that stuff. What happens if I want to continue driving? Well, I don't want to continue driving because we're out of legal hours. In fact, I'll prove it to you right now.
Home. Messaging. You are out of hours of service driving time.
Right now we're negative 35 miles. So if we went driving, we would be illegal. And by the way, if you are illegal out of hours and you get into an accident, it doesn't matter if it's your fault or not. A drunk driver could hit you and it'd be 100% their fault. But guess what? If you're driving illegal, it's 100% your fault because you are not supposed to be driving. So you gotta be real careful of that. We'll have to save the ghost stories and all that stuff for another time, the crazy things I've seen on the road. What's the story on the t-shirts? Let me work on all the ones that have been pre-ordered from November. I ordered extras. Let me get those out. Let me get the new website going. We're under the gun. We're trying to get ready for our 10-year celebration. Once we get that all situated and opened up and all that stuff, shortly thereafter we will bring in the remaining shirts and you guys could order from there. So just watch the blog. We'll get there. Hang on. Well, I'm glad you like chatting with me. I try to get you guys some chat time in, and a lot of times I'm tired or I forget or I'm aggravated or whatever, and so I thought I would go ahead and do that for you tonight. When are my days off? Can I use a truck for personal mode? No. When the truck is not used for commercial, it cannot be driven. Because I'm a company driver. If you're an owner-operator, you can do what you want, but I'm a company driver. Plus, you drive, it runs your drive time and logs and all that other stuff. And if you're going to be running your hours and drive time and logging and inspections and all that stuff, is that really time off? No. Do I pick up deliveries at railroad terminals? No, but a lot of shipping terminals. So we'll go ahead and call it quits for tonight. I'll let you guys... I chatted with you guys for 30 minutes or so. So tomorrow we'll head back up to the shipper, change trailers, and then we'll head on down wherever it is, somewhere in Arkansas. All right, good night, y'all.